Hey, baby. Hello. Good evening. Fanny and I are here in the craft room to continue working on our lovely security blanket shoes. Easy peasy. I think I'm gonna... Usually I do all the glitter and then I glue the trim. But because these gals are a little bit strange, I'm gonna trim the confettied ones, then glitter their bottoms. And then these girls, okay, we got an order of operations. We know what we're doing. So these two girls got a little confetti on them. We love. Hey, Fanny, be careful, honey. She's such a goofball. Hey, baby. She's a good girl, though. Oh, Fanny. Fanny says hi, everyone. You know how she is. Come here, baby. Baby, I'm going to need to move you. I'm going to need to move you. Nobody wants to see your booty. Nobody wants to see your booty, honey. So I think of all the ones I've done so far, my favorite is the one where I went kind of light on the confetti, but they're both beautiful. And then these two, I'm just doing plain. I know, you're giving me kisses to bribe me. Even if you give me kisses, you cannot stay up here. Even if you're the sweetest. Here's her silly little face. Come here. I don't want you to get glue gun burned. You would think that I ignored her all day. I don't. She just is very needy. She's my little barnacle. She's my little Velcro girl. All right. When you put a thick layer of confetti, it can help to sort of... I like to brush to get the loose glitter off. But I really like to get in there with my hands to kind of detach any loose bits of confetti. I feel like I ricocheted a piece of confetti into my eye. Though I might have just imagined it. All right. No, we're good. That's the... People always ask me about quote-unquote glitter lung. Glitter lung isn't a thing. You can't get glitter into your lungs. It's not like coal dust. They aren't going to perform your autopsy and cut you open and find you're full of sparkles. But it is not great for your eyes to get glitter in your eyes. You don't want to like clog your ducts or anything. And, okay, and you don't want to scratch your cornea. So that's why whenever you see a joke about somebody like throwing glitter in the face of someone they don't like, you actually are not supposed to do that because it is technically, you know, dangerous to get glitter in your eye. I think I'm all right. I think I just blinked at the wrong moment. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is these girls, I'm gonna trim them and then do the bottoms. These girls are done except they need this little bit on their bottoms, needs the rosé and the heel. Fanny, what are you doing? She's been so squirrely all day. Something's in the air and she's just a squirrel today. Okay. Like we got some more perler beads because my kids do perler bead art and for some reason she like tore into the bag. Something about that bag, she just needed to destroy it, I guess. All right, okay. I need to get more, saying out loud for myself, I need more hot glue sticks and I need more Mod Podge. It's that time. It's that time. Hey, Fanny. Hey, Goober. All right, it's a little hard to tell where my pink especial ends and my rosé colored, hey, babe, that's a great spot. That's a perfect spot. She settled down on the chair behind me. So she's tucked in. She's right where all the action is, but she's not, you know, putting her booty up to the camera. Okay. That's a great spot. Good girl. I gotta not be too excited. I feel like cats can tell. That thing that like a cat goes into the lap of the person who is least excited. If you're in a room like, cat, come to me, the cat is gonna be like, no, thank you. Okay. That has at least been my experience. Fanny's not a very aloof girl though. She's pretty sweet and needy. All right. So we've done the bottom of that. That's going to get to my clean rosé. And as a reminder, this is rosé colored glasses. This is a very pretty, like pink, a very kind of, I don't want to say girly pink because I don't want to be like gender roles, but a very like floral pink, a very like pink, a classic pink, shall we say, a ballerina pink. But it is metallic opaque, so you do not have to prime. So it's a great way to make a shoe read if you're doing like bubblegum princess, pink. It's a good approach. All right, I'm gonna set her down where she can dry. Right underneath. In the magical land below the working day. Oh, where did you go now? Oh, you are such a goofball. Fanny's exploring. Okay. Making progress on our security blanket shoes. And when they're done, we're gonna turn the thermometer up from 23 to 27, and that'll feel good. Once we're at 27, the first boot is almost full. I can taste that full boot. And then we're halfway there. And so if we have a nice productive July, which I'm trying to do, that's the plan. If we have a nice productive July, we'll be sitting pretty. We'll be halfway there. And of course, I assume that most of you are not shooting for 60 shoes. If you had been following along at my pace, even with June kind of being a little bit what June was, just busy. I talk about it like it was a disaster. It wasn't. It's wonderful to be busy. It's a great thing to be busy. It's a good, you got too much going on. There are far worse things than your business being too busy and you having friends you want to see and stuff you want to do, and beautiful children who you want to spend quality time with. Not all eyes will weep for me, but it did sort of impact my shoe goals. But even with June being kind of bananas, if you were keeping my pace, you'd be pretty close to done 30 shoes. And I know my pace is a little brisk because I am, I do a lot of shoes. All right, the bottom of that is done, or it would be done, except I put my fingers in it. Whoops. This shoe is a weird shape, so it's hard to tell where my handle is. All right, she is done. When she's dry, she's going to get a coat of semi-sheer pink on top of her, just to make her really petal pink. I do not technically have to do that. I could What's up, bud? I'm so glad you're enjoying. That's awesome, bud. I'm shooting at you too. Is it an emergency or you just let me know? Not an emergency. You good? All right. Maddie is animating and excited about it. I should have grabbed a ponytail because my hair is uncooperative. Let's see if I can twist it, make myself a little nub, little nubbins. Yeah. We're not going to stress about that because we're not going to stress about anything. Okay. So I've got a precious roll of my silver GIMP. I have not made the transition to anything else yet, even though I know I will have to. All right, I gave her a good hard brushing at the start of the session. Y'all saw me do it. Oh, you know what would be cute? I got to see if I have any. Since I'm putting some little posies on the front of this shoe, it'd be super cute if instead of a traditional rhinestone button on the back, I put a little resin cabochon. Pretty. I wanted to put petal pink, but I was not coming up with any, and I didn't want to buy anything new. And I didn't want to slow down my... Like I said, we're not rushing, but we're moving nice and steady because we would like our security blanket sooner rather than later. These are not our masterpieces. These are not the fanciest shoes we've ever made. These are just a little bit of clean, well-executed, glittery, anti-anxiety. Because it is a balance. Your throws are objects of beauty, but they are also, you want to have quality and quantity. I would not sacrifice quality too much, and I don't make bad shoes. I don't throw a shoe that I don't think is a beautiful shoe. I don't say that like, oh, I'm amazing, I've never made a bad shoe. I've made bad shoes. I've made plenty. I do not post them on the internet. I do not put the shoes I do not put the shoes that come out bad on Beyonce's internet, but I do make them. But I do not throw shoes that I'm not proud of. A simple shoe is not a shoe, you know, you can be proud of a simple shoe. All right, I love the silver on there. That's gonna be so cute. So pretty. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. And I'm going to, pretty. I was gonna put the silver on the strap, but I think it won't show under the blossoms. Let's find out if I'm right. And if I'm not right, we're gonna course correct, because there's nothing wrong with a little bit of figuring it out as we go. Okay, beautiful, pretty silver, pretty. Okay, come here, flowers. All right, I've got the light pink. I've got mostly light pink. I've got, this one's like a little too dark, I think. I've mostly got light pink, and then I've got like one medium pink. Do I want to do raw? Why don't I do one where I do pink, 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 and one where I like gradient her a little bit? That'll be fun. And what's nice is the silver in the stones in the middle of the chiffon flowers kind of pulls out the silver, so everybody's vibing. All right, I'm gonna put the first one on. I'm gonna try to turn around so y'all can see. Pretty posy. Pretty posy. And yeah, it covers up the strap entirely, so we didn't even need to waste any trim. And pretty posy. All right. She's good to go, at least up top. She still needs a little bit of glitter on the bottom, but I wanted to do that first. That's really cute. I'm wondering how I would feel about it with a white trim. Should we try? I know I've got some white trim. Y'all give me 1 second while I get some white trim. Do we like the white? I really like the silver a lot, but it's fun to try different things. Yeah, let's do the white trim. Why not? Do I have white flowers? No, that's probably a little too, oh, but I would have liked to have, all right, I'll do silver on both of them. Cute. She's very cute. Whew. Yes. So if I can find those little resin cabochon, that would be so cute up there. And if not, I'll do just a little pink pearl. I know I've got pink pearls because I did the Bathing Beauties, the LBV pretties. All right. And when I write muses in silver, that'll really all tie together and just be lovely. Do I want to do 4? If I do 4, then I can't do the ombre, but I might want to do 4. Oh, it's a lot, but I think I want to do 4. Hang on. Hang on, y'all bear with me. Bear with me. But I think I want it, since all that this shoe really has going on is the ruffle of flowers across the foot, I really want it roughly. Boa would also be pretty when you do a simple slipper like this. But you know, she's a pretty silhouette. She looks nice. She's looking good. All right. Oh. So now I can't really ombre her, or maybe I can. No, I think I won't ombre, but I will alternate. I'll do the lightest pink and the medium pink, and then the lightest pink and the medium pink, and we'll see how we feel about that. Whew. So good. Nothing like it. Do y'all also, I know I've heard from people that they also experience that like warm, relaxing, just feels good. Okay. I'm just trimming this one as well, same as the first one. Nice little zip of silver all around to make her fancy, to make her look ornate, ready to ride. It would have been cute to do these in green and do the flowers across the, do a little garden one. I love pairing green glitter with floral embellishment. I just never get tired of that. I've done so many. I think the first one I did was like, not the first one I did, but the first one I did where I was like, oh yes, that is exactly how I pictured it and just what I wanted, and I love it, and this is exactly how I wanted this to go. Was during, like right after COVID, or maybe during COVID, I did one that had like the watering can pouring and like all these little pink twisty vines and dewdrops, and she was really beautiful. And on her I wrote, "They tried to bury us, they did not know we were seeds," because I love that saying. And it felt like, you know, a good reminder post-COVID that like we could all keep on keeping on. All right. Okay, so we are gonna, yeah, I like that a lot. We are going to start there and alternate them. So I'm gonna do soft pink, medium pink, soft pink, medium pink, because this pink is just a little too strong, but the soft pink is perfect, and the medium pink is just a little extra. So I have a bunch of these chiffon flowers. I kept buying them at Craft Culture, and like we'd get a new color and I would buy more, and you know, I bought a lot of the chiffon flowers, but you know, won't forget, can't regret what I did for love. Beautiful. I really like that. So the lighting is, I've been thinking about what I can do about the lighting in here because I know it's not great. I have some thoughts, not terribly useful thoughts yet, but I do have some thoughts. All right, so she's pink all the way through. She's pink alternating. Looking good. So I'm going to, I've got my rosé, I've got my fairy tales. I married the ketchups. I had 2 jars of fairy tales, one of which was Cru de Glue. So I kept that one out of sentimentality. So I'm just gonna give her, normally I would do all the glitter and then the embellishment, but since this is just the very, very bottom and the heel, it's not touching anything, so I'm not at any risk of like accidentally getting the glue into the trim or getting glue on a feather or anything. This is an unusual shape, but that's part of why I thought she'd make a good security blanket, because I could kind of like streamline the process. Not rushing, streamlining. Let me move her so you can see what I'm doing. Fairy tales. And this one is my kind of light sprinkling of fairy tales. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's hard to see because it's crystal, but putting a little sprinkle of, and I'm actually gonna do the bottom as well, because I look like I didn't put any sprinkles on there, and I would like some. Okay, so sprinkled a little confetti on her. Ooh, that's what's up. I would like someone to study it. Someone like look at the brain while you're glittering and see if it's, I don't know, if there's something going on. That would be a cool study, and I would be interested in the results. All right, so she is all set. I'm gonna set her down. I got a haircut recently and now it's like a weird length. Come on. If I don't vigorously shake it, we might be all right there. Okay, so when she dries, I will write muses on her. She still needs a little something. Do I have any over there? What do I have over here? That's cute. I could do one of those. That's cute. I was looking for the resin ones, but those are cute. I thought I had some resin flowers over here, but now I don't see them. But I do have some little, I think that's pretty cute. Usually I don't, but I'm going to cut off the ribbon on these just since the others don't have leaves. I think it's, although, no. I was like, I could add leaves. This is not a shoe where we're adding stuff. This is a shoe where we're going to stay chill. This is a shoe where we are going to, you know, how do we feel about that? I don't know. I don't know if I like that as much. I might just do a pink pearl. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do a pink pearl. You know, we try things and sometimes we don't like them. I'm going to set that aside. With my thumb, I'm just going to rub off where the hot glue is sitting. And I'm just going to put a pink pearl there. That's, I think, what I want. Since I think what it is that the silhouette is so sleek that if I put anything up there, it kind of feels like out of balance. So I have some little pink posies, but I think I'm going to keep it simple. All right. All righty. So same as before. Just gonna glitter the very bottom, the heel, oops, the heel. Gotta be a little more careful. I'm getting so relaxed that my brush strokes are not landing where I want them to land. That's so nice. So yeah, once these dry, this is my last little bit of second coat, my last little bit of final coat. Once this dries, all she needs is her glittering. Just gonna write muses on her in silver with a little bit of DEA badge silver, which is my favorite. Give your brother some space, bud. Buddy, make sure you're giving your brother space. Okay. Alrighty. So she's all lovely. And when she dries, and I put a little pink pearl up there and write muses down that, she will be ready to roll. Woo! And that was, you know, I've been in here. This is my third session with her. So 4 sessions, easy peasy. Just getting a little bit of, all right, are you dry? Okay. That is, I want to give that a little bit more dry time, and I don't have a ton of hot glue, but I would love to show you guys how I do the snowball and ice cream cones, since I kind of have the stuff kind of started for those. Do we want to, how deeply do we want to get into that? All right, so let me do the, all right, I don't want to do it in the wrong order. Let's do it in the right order. Let's do things in the right order. Okay, so I've got, I know I brought some cups home. Are you up there? Yes. Boop. Oh my goodness. Okay. Perfect. Aww. Okay. Cup, and shoo. Where'd you go? You were hanging out with your friends and then you what? Oh, you went on the floor. Okay. All right, so cup and shoe. Shoe and cup. People say, how do you take the heel off of your shoe and replace it with a cup? I do not. What I do is this. I cut my cup. And then I love the Muses cups so much. I think it's so flippin' cool that they have local students design them. This one is a NOCA student. Good for her. Or him. I guess Piper. I don't know. Good for that student. Good for them. Beautiful work, and I think that's so cool. All right. And I have seen people do snowball cups where they put the Muses cup on the heel and then they put semi-sheer crystal glitter so you can still see the cup. I love that. I wish I was brave enough to do that. Maybe I am now. Well, the trouble is I have to do a lot of like structural stuff. So mine doesn't, by the time I'm ready to glitter it, mine is kind of not as clean. But I love the energy. I add a lot of tape because I don't want mine to go anywhere. Okay. So, if y'all can see, what I've done is I've cut down, and then I cut a little rectangle. And the rectangle is just going to hold my shoe. Ooh, she needs to be a little, that hole needs to be a little bit wider because it's like trying to put your jeans on. After they've been sitting for a while. Okay, so she needs to be a tiny little bit wider. Okay. Just a tiny bit. And I will say go so slow when you were cutting the opening for this because it's so easy to have it be just, you're like snip, snip, tiny, tiny, millimeter, millimeter, and then it's like, nope, I'm too big by a mile. And you're like, gosh darn it, how did that happen? We were going so slow. All right, perfect. Perfect. Now it closes nice. Nice close. Perfect. What I'm going to do now is put some hot glue on the heel. And this does not do the heavy lifting. This is just a little extra reinforcing. I'm slouching today. Too relaxed. Don't slouch. Okay. Because you're going to pay for it. You're not young enough to slouch anymore. Okay. So that kind of anchors it down there. And then, where's my tape? I like to take a little tape and kind of fix it. Hey, Matthew? Can you bring me the roll of tape that's on the dining room table, pretty please? Yep. Thank you, honey bunny. Little on each side. Just some Scotch tape. Wait, hey, no running, no running. No, I was talking to Matthew. I just need some tape. But thank you, honey bunny. Don't run, don't run. You can just toss it.
After this, can you make me some rice or some tofu and strawberries or something?
I can get you some fruit, sure. Right, you're having rice for dinner, so I'm not going to get you rice as a snack. We have our we don't want to eat too much rice. My beautiful children. Home for summer. And I love them so much. So I'm using a little bit of tape and some extra glue, and just be careful putting your fingers where the glue is. You don't want anyone burning themselves. And it takes a little fidgeting. It takes a little, you want it to fit exactly. Ah, perfect, perfect. Well, close enough. No, I guess there's no such thing as perfect. And so I taped it together to hold it. And the tape is not going to do the heavy lifting of the structural work. It just helps hold it while you add hot glue. And go slow, because if you put too much hot glue, it wants to come out that opening and like slide down the shoe, and we don't want that. We want the hot glue to kind of hold the cup shut. And I will say, because I'm going to paint this anyway, I usually do kind of smooth this over with a little bit of tape. But that's pretty good. I'm not too worried about that. There will be a seam, but there are a dozen ways you can cover that seam. All right, she's looking good. Shoe in a cup. And I will continue to reinforce her but that looks pretty good, and she's pretty strong. So y'all can see I cut down. First thing was we cut down, then we cut a rectangle, then we slotted the shoe into the rectangle, then we made the rectangle exactly right, a little wider, a little higher, a little lower, whatever. You can't make it smaller, but you can make it a little bigger. So we got that exactly the right size and shape, and then we put a little bit of glue on the bottom of the heel just to help, and then we put glue on either side, taped the cup shut, and put extra hot glue there. Everyone good? Everyone up to speed? Everyone feeling all right? All right, let me show you guys how I put the, so this is one that's already done, and you can see I put a fair amount of tape on her, kind of heavy duct tape, because I wanted her to be smooth. Okay. And this is one where I was transitioning a red glue gun into a clear glue gun, so I kind of purged it. So I do typically kind of I'll take her, the one I just did, and set her aside, and when I need to like purge a hot glue gun, that's usually when I do it. I don't need to do it as much now that I have a dedicated white, red, and clear hot glue gun, but I do have some green that I was going to do on this one. So I've been working on this suspension where like the broomstick is pouring the, is holding the cauldron up, and it's pouring green witch's potion into a little witchy shoe. And I have green hot glue sticks to use for this. They're over there. So that will be an occasion where I need to purge the glue gun. So I'll do all the green in her, and then I'll purge when I'm purging the glue gun, when I'm switching from the green glitter glue sticks. That's a tongue twister. When I am switching from the green glitter glue sticks to a clear glitter glue, or clear glue stick, though clear glitter glue sticks do exist, crystal glitter glue sticks, opal we call them. When I am switching, that will be a great opportunity to reinforce my snowball cup, because you could just squeeze it out until it stops looking green or red or whatever you're doing. But you know how we love to use every little bit of everything in here. So she's going to be a snowball. This is a 4-inch styrofoam ball. We have these at Craft Culture. These are sometimes hard to find, but we do have them at Craft Culture. I'm going to take her. I'm going to, and y'all, I please forgive me. All right, I'm going to see, she's got a little dent in her, so I'm going to prioritize cutting the dent out. I am so sorry for this, the worst noise known to man. Click. So what we're doing is kind of making her, hollowing her out enough to fit. She is not done. She needs to be sculpted a bit. So if I wanted to really strong arm her, she would fit. But what I'm going to do is empty this out a little bit. And I know this is a process, but so are a lot of things that are worth doing. So what I'm doing here is just using the scissors to kind of core her out a bit. I'm making a little space inside the foam ball, but she's still nice and strong. Okay. You don't want to hollow it out too much and have it be weak, but that's a good amount of hollowing. Yeah, that looks good. She fits nice. I don't have any, major gaps. Yes. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put some hot glue there right on top of the shoe, and then you got to go quick all the way around the cup where the snowball is going to sit. Put a quick ring of glue, and we can add more glue, but push, push. All righty. Looking good. She looks good. So the 4-inch I find fits perfectly in a nice tall cup like this. Your mileage may vary. Check that it is a good fit before you commit to it, because if it's too small, that's kind of a problem. So now I can kind of see some spots where there's a little bit of a gap. So I'm going to add a little bit more glue into the gaps. All right. I don't want to, chew up the foam too much with the hot glue, but I do want it snug as a bug in a rug. Okay. Nice. Good stuff. All right. And then what I would do is kind of shave it down. We might save that for next time because somebody would like fruit and it's Maddie. This strap I need to reinforce. That strap I probably also need to reinforce. We will reinforce straps, but I'm going to kind of let that, it does not look right yet. When I shave it down, it will. And I just shave it down with my scissors. I'm going to let that hot glue cool before I start to manipulate it too much. Just pushing. Push, push. Looks great though. That is exactly how I want it to look at this point. And I know right now it doesn't look right, but it just needs a little shaping. Okay, and so what I have now with these little bits, all right, I'm gonna save you, you're pretty strong, but I'm gonna set you aside and reinforce you a little later. I had one hot glue drip and I'm just gonna take it off now. Beautiful. You slid a little bit. I don't love that you slid like that, but it's okay. It's okay. I forgive you. I'm magnanimous like that. What I will do if I have a big seam that I want to cover is I'll make the snowball, I'll make some drips. I'll show you guys how we do the drips much later, but the long and the short of it is you make the drip with hot glue and then put glitter on it. That's what's up. All right. She looks great. She could use a little bit more strengthening up underneath, but she's looking good. She's looking good. Okay. So I don't have like bucket loads of hot glue. It's on my list. I will get more hot glue, but what I've got now are little bits like this. So I'm going to kind of break these into little chunks and kind of smoosh them together. And then, okay, this is a 2.8, 2.5. It's a slightly smaller. This is a 2.8 or 2.5. It's bigger than a 2 and it's smaller than this is a 4. This is like a 2.8, 2.5. The 4 is what I use for snowballs. This is what I use to make ice cream cones, ice cream scoops. You can use this for ice cream scoops, but it's a little bigger than you need it to be. So, and the bigger they are, the more expensive they are. So just a thought. All right, I'm cutting this down, but I'm saving some of the smooth because when they scoop the scoop of ice cream out, this is kind of important. This is kind of where the rubber hits the road. This one's gonna be an ice cream cone, and I'll show y'all. This is basically the same idea as before. It just takes a little extra step, a little extra finagling. But I promise we will step through everything. I know, bud, I know. You're being super patient. Give me 5 minutes, okay? If you want to set the timer to keep me honest, you absolutely can. When that timer goes off in 5 minutes, I will say goodnight to my YouTube people and come get you your fruit. Okay. You're not going to do that? No, it's all right. I just was worried. I was just checking if you were nervous about me remembering. So I was offering you that reassurance. Okay. So we're going to make the scoop. And as we go, we're going to put the little chunks all around. And that's what really makes an ice cream scoop look like an ice cream scoop. We do the rounded part, and you can see it's not perfectly round. It's kind of fitted together. And this needs another coat of glitter. And so we'll give it another coat of, this needs another coat of glitter, and we're going to make a scoop on top. All in good time. We have time. Time is on our side, guys. We're going to be great. One second. This rose kind of was a little too open, so I'm twisting it shut so it looks more like a little rosebud. There we go. Yeah, so what really makes the ice cream scoop look like the scoop is when you break the chunks and do the little chunks all the way around. That's where the scoop gets scooped and smacked. Smacked is maybe putting it a little bit strongly. All right, so we are going to kind of fit these sort of round pieces all around. And this process, this is fiddly. You're gonna feel like you've put buckets of hot glue and still need to put more, and that's the process. That's kind of how it goes. But it's already looking pretty good. And this one, I'll probably do 2 scoops, so I'm not gonna stress about making her too high. I'll just plan to do 2 scoops and some whipped cream on her, because I like that. But yeah, you're kind of fitting. It's sort of a jigsaw puzzle that has no right solution, if you will. And you might have better luck making your pieces fit if you hollow the ball out a little bit. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Yes, yes, yes. That is where I want that. That is what I want in my life. I'm down to my last hot glue stick. Oh, let's see how far we get. Let's see what happens. You guys, it's you and me and 1 hot glue stick and a wing and a prayer. And also we'll buy more hot glue sticks, and we only have 5 more minutes anyway because we are on snack duty, which is important. Snack duty is a sacred duty. All right, so you can see that the scoop kind of looks a little, because sometimes when they're doing it, they sort of scoop it a couple times, but that looks really good. That looks great. I'm very pleased with that. Is that the timer already?
Yep.
It's going off? Oh, you're setting it. I see, I see, I see. I heard the noise and I was like, I cannot, that's the fastest 5 minutes I've ever seen. But time flies when you're having fun, and nothing is more fun than glittering. I will say it probably would not have been a terrible notion to build my cone, glitter my cone, and then put the scoop, but I'm just gonna glitter it carefully. I'm capable of that. I'm gonna shave it a little so it looks a little rounder. A little smoosh, a little filler. And so I will continue to work on ice cream scoops since they use up all my little bits. Snowball takes 1 big round ball. Ice cream cone, you can use up your scraps, all your fun little scrappy bits. And that way we never have to throw anything away, and we can totally justify the fact that we're maybe low-key a little bit of a hoarder, but you know, it's not hurting anyone. I know that hoarding is very serious and does hurt people, but craft supply hoarding is kind of its own thing, I think. What are you doing down there? I didn't ask you to do that. Okay. All right, so my scoop is looking scoopy. I know it doesn't look great yet, but I can see it coming together. And so I'm gonna shave it a little rounder, just a little bit. Oh yes, that's looking good. Ooh, I don't want to smush it too hard and have it like break. Okay. And oh, so much hot glue. I'm gonna run out of glue stick, and it's all right because I will get some more and we will keep trucking. Okay. That's a pretty sizable chunk, so I'm not gonna break it down. I wanna, yeah, this is a pretty sizable chunk, so I'm not going to break it down into cubes at the moment. Not cubes, chunks. Chunks. But I'm going to use up all my scraps. And it's the thing about making an ice cream cone is it looks like trash for a while. It kind of looks like hot glue and foam, but once you get it shaped and once you put the glitter on it, that's really where the magic happens. So you can see that it's kind of starting to look like a scoop. Not all the way there. We got a ways to go, but we're gonna wait till we have more scraps. Actually, let me just, are we gonna run out of scraps or are we gonna run out of glue? Little foam ball. This one is even smaller. This one is, I think, a 2.3. Oh, it's the final countdown. I heard it. All right, so we did not get an opportunity to put our semi-sheer pink today. That's okay. So sorry about that sound, guys. I know it's the worst. So breaking this into chunks and kind of crushing it so it's a little stronger. And it's looking really good. I know you can't tell, but I promise it's looking really good. It's starting to look like an ice cream scoop. You look a little low, so we're gonna fill you a little bit. Yeah. And wherever there's a seam, you kind of put the tiny crumbs, and that really looks like ice cream. We love it. All right. We were doing so good. Okay, we were doing so good, and we'll be doing so good again. I hear the timer. Good night, everyone. I will see you soon. Thank you for joining me. I'm feeling better, like we're getting back into the flow. I'm definitely feeling, my little security blanket shoes are definitely making me feel more secure. And I'm gonna buy more glue sticks. And I will see you guys next time. Everyone have a great week. Bye.